For over 120 years, the Michelin Guide has been the undisputed authority on fine dining. A single star isn't just an award, it's a coronation. It declares that a chef has reached the absolute summit of their craft, promising a meal so divine it's worth a special journey. That, at least, is the official story they've sold the world. But what if that story is a smokescreen? What if the Michelin star has less to do with culinary art and more to do with a weapon in a war over social class? What if it's a carefully engineered system of power and money designed to keep the world of fine dining an exclusive club for the 1%? We are about to uncover how the world's most prestigious food guide became a brilliant machine for social control. To understand the weapon, you have to understand its origin story. The year is 1900. Cars are a bizarre new luxury, and two brothers, André and Edouard Michelin, have a big problem. They need to sell more tires. Their solution was a masterclass in marketing, a free guide for French motorists with maps, tire-changing instructions, and a list of places to eat. The guide was never about food. It was a commercial tool to get people driving, burning rubber, and buying more Michelin tires. From its birth, the Michelin Guide was a business, hiding as a public service. The restaurant list was a side note. But as the guide's power grew, that list mutated. In 1926, the first star appeared. By 1936, the three-star system was law. 3 stars meant exceptional cuisine, worth a special journey, a phrase that perfectly echoed the guide's original mission to fuel car sales. But a scheme to sell tires was quietly transforming into a system for defining taste. And that definition was engineered for ruthless exclusion. That clever marketing ploy has ballooned into a far more potent business model. Today, the Michelin Guide doesn't just discover a city's best food, it's summoned. And that summons comes with a multi-million-dollar price tag. This is the Guide's modern playbook, a pay-to-play system where governments and tourism boards pay fortunes just to be noticed. Thailand's tourism authority inked a $4.4 million deal for a 5-year guide. South Korea paid $1.8 million to get Seoul on the map. Florida's tourism boards pooled $1.5 million. A group of Texas cities invested a massive $2.7 million. The list of clients paying for access from Colorado to Atlanta to Canada goes on. Michelin's official line is that this money doesn't guarantee stars, it just covers the cost of sending its inspectors. But this defense raises a damning question. If the guide only shows up where it's paid to, is it a true meritocracy finding the world's best food? Or a high-end marketing firm for destinations that can afford the entry fee? The mission is no longer selling tires. It's selling an image of luxury to attract the global tourist elite. The guide has become a commodity, bought and sold by places desperate to lure in a super-rich clientele. This is where the guide morphs from a marketing tool into a social weapon. The system isn't grading what tastes good, it's grading what feels expensive. For decades, the guide has been slammed for its deep, unshakable Eurocentrism. While Michelin claims it's only about the food on the plate, critics see a hidden rulebook. The quality of the linens, the weight of the silverware, the sheer number of silent, hovering staff. These are all signals of a specific, Western, and wealthy performance of dining. This creates an invisible wall. It's what the sociologist Pierre Bourdieu called cultural capital. It's not just having the money for a $350 tasting menu, it's possessing the unwritten codes to prove you belong there. Dining becomes a ritual where the customer submits to the chef's genius, reinforcing a rigid power structure. This hierarchy is on full display in how the guide ranks cuisines. In cities like Bangkok or Singapore, world-class street food, complex, beloved and culturally essential, is often given a condescending pat on the head with a Bib Gourmand award for good value. This trick acknowledges its existence while ensuring it never dares to compete with the starred restaurants, which almost always follow European traditions. The message is brutal. Authentic, accessible food is for the masses. True excellence is for the elite. The guide doesn't just review restaurants, it sorts people, drawing a clear line between the refined and the common. Even our social media obsession fuels this machine. A photo from a 3-star restaurant is a broadcast of your social status, twisting concepts like farm to table into another badge of elite taste, while real-world food inequality is conveniently ignored. Behind the gilded facade of a Michelin star lies a brutal, soul-crushing reality. That star is a crown, but it's impossibly heavy. The psychological torment has driven some of the world's greatest chefs to simply walk away. Marco Pierre White, the first British chef to earn 3 stars and the youngest ever at the time, famously renounced them in 1999. He was fed up with being judged by inspectors he felt knew less than him, refusing to be a prisoner to their rules. As he bluntly put it, they sell tyres and I sell food. Chefs like Sébastien Bras in France and Sky Gingell in London followed, desperate to escape the relentless pressure and reclaim their creative freedom. Gingell even called her star a curse that poisoned the entire experience. But this pressure can lead to much darker endings. The story of Bernard Loiseau is the system's most chilling cautionary tale. A celebrated French chef, Loiseau had achieved his dream of 3 Michelin stars, but in 2003, haunted by rumours that he was about to lose his 3rd star, he took his own life. He had once confessed to a friend, "If I lose a star, I'll kill myself." His death exposed the unforgiving darkness at the heart of the guide's power. Then there is the paradox of Jiro Ono, the master from Jiro Dreams of Sushi. His tiny 10-seat Tokyo sushi bar held 3 stars for years. Then, around 2019, it was delisted. The quality hadn't fallen. Quite the opposite. The restaurant became too exclusive and no longer took public reservations. While Michelin says it only lists publicly accessible restaurants, the incident reveals a shocking truth. The guide can create a level of fame so intense that its greatest icons become too elite for the very system that created them. For decades, the Little Red Book held a monopoly on taste, but now the foundations of that empire are cracking. The rise of food blogs and social media has sparked a digital rebellion. Suddenly, everyone is a critic. A food lover in Des Moines with a smartphone now has a more immediate and arguably more authentic impact than a secret inspector from France. This democratization of food is a direct assault on Michelin's top-down authority. We no longer need a single, opaque organization to tell us what is good. We can search thousands of reviews, see endless photos, and join a global conversation that is infinitely more diverse and inclusive than the guide has ever been. Some chefs are defecting, abandoning the rigid chase for stars to create food that is personal, accessible, and free from anxiety. They are choosing passion over pressure and community over coronations. So, what's the real story? Is the Michelin Guide a harmless relic or a brilliant, dangerous machine for manufacturing class? Is fine dining the pinnacle of art or the world's most elaborate grift? Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you found this investigation valuable, like and subscribe for more deep dives that question everything. It began as a marketing gimmick to sell tyres. It morphed into a global empire of taste. But the story of the Michelin Guide was never just about food. It is a story about a system built on money, class, and cultural power. It manufactures hierarchy, champions a narrow, Eurocentric vision of excellence, and puts an unbearable burden on the very artists it claims to celebrate. It may have once helped drivers find a meal, but today it functions as a gatekeeper, drawing invisible lines to separate the elite from the everyday. It has weaponized taste itself, turning the simple joy of food into a high-stakes performance of social status. The question isn't, is the food worth the journey? The question is this a journey we should even want to be on? What is the true price of a Michelin star? And who is really paying it?
Thanks for watching The Inner Margin. Like and subscribe.